Monday, February 23rd, 2017. Welcome to In-Flight News. I'll be your host, Sandra Osmond. In today's breaking news story, we will be discussing the devastating German Wings Flight 9525 crash that happened almost 2 years ago today. In a bit, we will be joined by German Wings CEO Amanda Queren to have an in-depth interview about the investigation into the crash, the cause of the crash, and what the company is doing in the aftermath of all the negative scrutiny. On the morning of March 24, 2015, German Wings Flight 252 was scheduled to depart from Spain and land in Germany. At around 10:30 a.m., France Air Traffic Control confirmed the route with the pilots on board. This would be the last contact with the aircraft. Soon after, the aircraft went off its course with no indication that anything was wrong and with no permission. The French Air Traffic Control dispatchers tried many times to contact the pilot with no answer. The plane was ascending at an alarming rate. A French military jet was dispatched to check up, but was too late. Only 10 minutes after the last known contact, the plane tragically crashed into the side of a mountain near Nice. Everyone on board was killed. 150 lives were lost. The world was devastated. The families were traumatized. And almost 2 years later, the events of the crash have not been discussed. The company has made no formal statements since the crash. People are angry, justifiably so. People want answers. After the commercial break, we will be joined with the CEO, Amanda Queren, and hopefully we will get to some clarity into this horrendous tragedy. Stay tuned. The white sand between your toes, the water rushing in your ears. Air Transat vacation is calling. Welcome back to In-Flight News. My name is Sandra Osmond, and today I'll be interviewing the CEO of German Wings owners Lufthansa, Amanda Queren. Hi, Amanda. Good morning, Sandra. Thank you so much for having me on this virtual interview. It's our pleasure, Amanda. Today we are here to talk about the tragic crash of German Wings Flight 9525. I would first like to ask why it took so long for Lufthansa to make a formal statement about the crash. Well, Sandra, we wanted to give investigators the opportunity to find as much evidence about the crash before we gave the press a direct reason as to why this horrible incident occurred. We have been in close contact with German and French authorities to accumulate as much information as possible. While many people were very upset that no formal statements were made about the process of the investigation, they felt like they deserved clarity. Those people are right, Sandra. They do deserve to know our findings and be kept in the loop about what we have found and how we are handling this threat to safe travel. Through our investigation, we found that the first officer, Andreas Lubitz, on board, locked the pilot out of the cockpit. Lubitz reset the autopilot to descend down and increase the speed. The flight data recorder, as well as the cockpit voice recorder, were found and analyzed and can confirm these horrifying claims. Through further investigation into Lubitz, we found that he was suffering from suicidal tendencies and had a note from a doctor that he was not well enough to work. Unfortunately, the company never received this notice. We now know that mental health is a big part of why this crash occurred, and are doing more to help our employees with thoughts that could put themselves and others at risk. We have implemented more extensive background checks into our hiring process, free counseling for each and every employee in our company, and are working toward providing compensation to the families who lost loved ones due to our error. Not to say that monetary compensation would ever be enough to apologize for what happened. There may also be some more security measures being put in place regarding cockpit doors, but those are still in early development stages and are confidential. We can never fully express how badly we misjudged the situation, but I and the company are trying to do our part to make sure something like this will never go undetected again. If you are struggling with suicidal thoughts, there is always someone you can talk to or resources to reach out to. The company will also be donating to charities that help people suffering from depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. Thank you for sharing these exclusive details with us, Amanda. You shed some light on a situation that has been silent for too long. We hope that your new initiatives start some much-needed conversations about mental health in the aviation industry, as well as proper security measures that can be put in place to avoid another horrific loss of lives like this one. Thank you for coming on air today. I just wanted to say a big thank you to In-Flight News for giving Lufthansa a platform to talk about these very important issues. I wanted to make a formal and public apology to the families who lost loved ones in the crash. The company and many companies in the aviation industry need to do better and will ensure a tragedy like this never happens again. We appreciate you coming on air today, Amanda. Thank you for tuning in to In-Flight News. We will be back with more aviation news in just a few minutes.